Pretty good. How about you?
I'm good as well. So which state are you in currently?
I'm in Georgia right now.
Oh, good. So how is the corona situation over there?
Man, it's gotten worse. Man, a lot of people here, man, just kind of, out and about and, you know, not doing it. I mean, from what I see, but it's out of control here, man. What about over there?
Pretty much the same. The numbers keep going up, but it's not as bad as we have in the U.S. So pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I saw the first episode of Oval. I was like, what is this? Uh, the White House is too much of a joke in this series. But each time an episode ended, I wanted to find out what happens in the next. For you, what was it about the Oval that made you want to be a part of it when you first heard about the show?
Once they initially told us, the storyline and what it was that they were going for me, it raised the eyebrow for me. Like this is something that can be, pretty good, man. Anything that that has to do with politics, man, when you get to reenact it or, you get chosen to do it, it's a thing that you should do, I think.
True, true. And your character, Bobby, starts off as a bad guy, and then
Hmm.
he's sort of a good guy in between. Um,
Hmm.
what do you like about that character, and how do you get into character to play that role?
Okay. Well, Bobby has layers, but nobody else knows it but him. He's the type of guy that likes to be, 10 steps ahead, 15 steps ahead. Just when somebody would think they have the upper hand, Bobby would always be the guy to be like, I knew you would choose that, or I knew you would do that. So, but I'm going to counter it because he's just that much more. He feels like he's that much more smarter than everyone. But for me, going into the role of Bobby, so discussing it when they told me which character they had chosen me for, and I had asked, Tyler, who is this guy? Like your short version of it. And he told me, Bobby is like a panther. He was like compare Bobby to a panther. He's cunning, very mysterious. He has those eyes. Panthers has those eyes. You don't really know what's going on. They're beautiful, but they can be dangerous at the same time. So I think there is a sex appeal with Bobby, of course, and there is this loving thing about his eyes and how he carry himself. But Bobby is really a dangerous guy, but to the people that he needs to be dangerous towards, and he loves the ladies.
And how has the public reacted to that character in your own view?
It was up and down with the fans at first. In the beginning, everybody loved him and was like, he has this bad boy, nice guy thing going on, like the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? And there was a time where they didn't like him, but then now they're at a time too where they don't really trust him. You know, but then with how it ended, it's like, okay, well, can we trust him? Or at the same time, we don't know if we can, but it seems like we have to take a chance with him. You know what I mean? It's like a what do you do? It's like both decisions are bad, but let's just hope this bad decision isn't as bad as the last one. You know what I mean? So it's like Bobby's a bad decision right now, but let's just hope he's not. I'm not gonna get killed at least. Because she really doesn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. So how was it like working with Tyler? This is your first time working with him, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
How was it like working with him?
Man, it's the nervousness, all sets in, with what we know about him and all the things that he has accomplished, and just being in the presence of greatness, man. You want to be great yourself, so of course the nerves set in, but you know that could be a good thing. But with him, it's fun, but it's work at the same time, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys can have a little bit of fun, and you guys can can let your hair down a little bit, but still understand, there's a job that needs to be done. He takes care of us. He treats us good. Nobody wants for anything. Everybody's comfortable. You know what I mean? But you know, it can be nervous. He can make you nervous at first. I would say that.
So, how significant is a series such as The Oval? Because to you being a black actor, it's a
Mm-hmm.
statement, an African American sort of producing something about the White House, and there's
Mm-hmm.
lots of black characters in there, a
Mm-hmm.
black first lady, and all of that. How significant is it to you as a black actor?
I mean, it's you know, it was a real humbling experience, you know, for me. And you know, it was very comfortable, of course, because you know, a lot of us had a lot of things that we can relate to with each other and growing up. And you know, a lot of us had a lot of the same stories, you know, growing up without a dad or whatever the case may be. So it was you know, it was really relatable. And a lot of techniques that were used, you know, as far as our work, we all, you know, we all can kind of relate. So it's like, you know, use this. Was there ever a time to where this happened? And you're like, man, yeah, you know, of course, you know what I'm saying? So just being there with, you know, with your people made it that much more easy and made us, you know, a whole lot more, you know, more closer. But, you know, you know, even with, you know, with the other race being there, we, you know, we are still our family at the same time. But just being able to be around, you know, my own and our own and see us doing great things, because for a lot of us, this is our first time working with, you know, Tyler Perry. So it's an experience, you know, and we're experiencing it together, you know, as a community. You know
Right.
what I mean? So you know, it's like, man, you know, this is your break, you know, for you too. And it's like, yeah, it's a break for me too. And it's like, man, you know, where you from? And we talk about where we from, and it's like, man, you know, okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that. Oh man, that was rough, you know. And it's like, man, you know, he was like, whoa, for you too. So it was just like a wild moment.
And how has the relationships of offset? I mean, you finished with the third season, and we are going
Mm-hmm.
to the second season. How is the relationship offset amongst you guys?
Man, you know, honestly, you know, when we at work, it's a work thing, and then sometimes, you know, with the work, you kind of feel like you need to communicate with that person, and you feel like you need to establish a relationship in the beginning before you can do the work. But the good thing about the cast that I was with, man, it was never no kind of feelings. Everybody was, you know, just kind of hit it off the back. Like some of us live here, and then a lot of people came from California. And then in the acting world, you know, you have this thing to where, you know, Atlanta actors are, you know, better than Georgia. I mean, California actors and California actors are better. There's this whole thing. But on our set, there was none of that. You know, everybody was well prepared. Everybody did their, you know, they did their thing, and everybody, you know, got along. You know what I mean? So it was never like a working thing for us. You know, it was fun. You know, and we made money pretty much having fun. But our relationships just kind of stuck. You know what I mean? It was on like it wasn't forced.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know how
Yeah.
you get a book and two people get a book, and then it's like, okay, you guys gonna be together for the next 3 weeks. So okay, so let's just get to know each other because we got to film. So yeah, but it wasn't like that.
Fans cannot wait for season two. How do you feel about the upcoming season, and what should fans expect?
Woo, man, I am excited. You know, I'm thrilled, and I'm pumped because, like I said in the beginning, you know, everything was so fast and the nerves are there, and everybody was trying to get a feel for each other, and it was just kind of okay. Let's just see how it goes, and you know, I'm gonna make the best out of it because I'm a professional and I'm a master of my craft. You know, but seeing how the season went and looking at the storylines unfold and twists and turns and knowing what's about to happen in season 2 and knowing like a lot of the questions, I mean, a lot of the answers to a lot of the questions that the people have. And it's like, man, I want to get it out and get it on camera so you guys can see it so bad, you know, because we had these lines for 4 to 5 months, you know, before this whole COVID thing shut down. So it's like, I need to get it out. Bobby needs to come out. You know, I want to show the people, man, you know, what we've been sitting on and what it is that we have, and come with a whole new season of just absolute greatness and drama.
Fantastic. So, what
Yeah.
else is on the plate for Travis at the moment, and then also in the future, beside?
Okay.
Well,
Um, for the moment now, we getting ready to go into season 2. You know, it got pushed back about 3 or 4 times. So as soon as I get a word that you know, we getting close to it, or you know, the season 2 is about to get ready to film within a month or so. There, I really kind of just put everything else off to the side, you know. So right now, that's what we have getting ready to go for 2 weeks. So we'll be quarantined to the studio for about 2.5 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. So I'm getting ready for that.
Good. So let's talk about a bit of your journey into acting. How did it start for you, and what have been some of the productions you've been on?
Okay. It started with the modeling. For me, I started off as a model. I runway and you know, did some print things, some catalog work. But that's where it started, and I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I made some really good connections, and I met a lot of you know, really good people, and a lot of people that I call friends now. And then you know, it transitioned over into the acting maybe about 2-3 years ago. You know, I got approached by somebody, and you know, I didn't think it was a bad idea. I was like, you know what, yeah, fine, you know, I'll try it. You know, because you never know what it is that you like until you at least give it a shot. You know, for what it is that I do, not like food or nothing like that, because I'm not trying nothing new with food. But you know, somebody was like, hey man, do you act? And I was like, well, I mean, no, not really. You won't know, but you know, I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you guys want to give me a shot, maybe maybe I might like it, because it kind of goes hand in hand, the whole acting and modeling thing. Most people who model, you know, eventually turn into acting or want to try it. But I tried it, and I found out that it was a whole lot harder than I thought. But I tried it, but I liked it. You know, I was like, okay, this is something that I think I can do. And once I, you know, got the right, got the right help, it turned into something amazing. You know, it's like I had no intentions on ever acting. Like, that was never something that I even desired to do. You know, and it just came out of nowhere, and I love it now. You know, I can't see me doing anything else besides it.
Great. So now that you've said acting, what kind of roles do you prefer to do, and what kind of roles would you like to challenge yourself and do in the future?
Okay. Well, you know, right now I get a lot of love interest things, and you know, a lot of the like the love guy, the husband, things like that, which I don't mind playing. You know, it's because it's something that I can, you know, I've got comfortable with it, and I am comfortable. I mean, most guys are comfortable with having to interact with a woman, you know, but for me, my goal is to do something action, you know, something Marvel, you know, CGI type, you know, military, you know, jumping out of helicopters, Tom Cruise style type films. You know, that's something that I really want to do. And you know, as far as like my range, I want to start getting into maybe um maybe getting into like, maybe doing accents and things to where you have to be maybe in another country, you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm from Florida originally, and I've been in the United States all my life. So to have to, you know, be as if you were from, you know, Africa or something like that, you know what I mean? To have to do that, it'd be a stretch, you know, because it's like you got to learn a whole different language, and how to speak, and how to be like somebody else that you know, somewhere that you've never been in your life. You know, that's challenge. That's very challenging. So you know, that's in the works, in the works for me in the future. You know, learning to be someone, you know, from somewhere else, you know, versus being American, and being American, be this guy, but American, you know, we can do that, you know.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Travis. It's been amazing chatting with you, and we're going to keep an eye out for season 2 and all the other ventures that you're going to be in.
Thank you.
Thank you.